future home of Super Bowl 56. There's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Flushed out right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
A loss of 12 brings up 3rd down.
Number 28, Mike, he's coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. The guy's man, complete. Touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Play action, it's Watson.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up off of what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's in. Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Chargers 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Give running right is Chubb. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter.
And we saw the result, negative yardage. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Watson got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And unfortunately, in 2020, Odell Beckham tore his ACL in Week 7. The Browns still made the playoffs. But, boy, if they had him around, they're thinking about a much deeper run. A good grab there.
first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Powering his right forward. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Quite a decision there on 4th down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points. And following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play. But in this case, they were wrong. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Austin Eckler got hurt last year, missed 6 games, but still finished with 54 catches, the 5th most by a running back in the NFL. But remember this, 2019, 92 catches. This guy's a definite threat out of the backfield.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams.
And Mike Williams was a 1,000-yard receiver in 2019 and had to battle through some bumps and bruises in 2020. He's known for his big plays downfield, but he also can make the dependable catch as well.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time, and it's a second down. They'll fake the handoff, now Herbert.
And they'll use him out of the backfield.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Chase Young able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
This young man, Chase Young, has it all. Speed, power, and a full arsenal of moves to get to the quarterback. The Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2020, he had 7.5 sacks that season. They expect plenty more in the future.
Hey, you're on the 9 over there. You're on the 9. Eyes on 10. Eyes on 10. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play there for L.A. Chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Flush to his right. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score. Chargers 21. Browns nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Drive about to get started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
Watson's throw pulled in by Schwartz. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Back to throw, Watson. It's caught by OBJ. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Watson's throw complete there to Beckham.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
At the 17-yard line.
Here's second and a yard.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
To the air yet again, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Browns are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Makes the score Chargers 21, Browns 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Charger drive about to get going. And with a two-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. He's got him in. Complete. Well, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
At the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check.
Now it's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
At the 38-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. John Johnson with the INT.
And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. So we have come to halftime in what's already a two-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I've established a running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here comes Reed. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Herbert now. Flushed out right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And all the way down to the 29. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Chargers 28, 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Watson off play action. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nick Chubb saw his role kind of diminish in the passing game last year. His receptions went down from 36 to just 16, but let's be fair about this. He missed some time with a knee injury, and he also had Kareem Hunt in the backfield, who absorbed a lot of catches along the way. He's more than capable of adding to their passing game.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Chubb running right. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, you know, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going. And that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On the return, Johnson. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit and try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's a diving catch right side.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. It's caught. Becker. And he's corralled, but not down before getting it inside the 35.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
On first down, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Michael Davis.
And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
They started on the ground with Eckler.
Got room for Eckler.
And they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. It's Herbert. Now he steps away. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter. But the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Now a throw here to his running back. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And a tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. Forced out to his left. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Round 7.
as they run up and send this one away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Drive about to get started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Breaks through the contact. Fights through, and now a crease. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by the rookie Asante Samuel.
And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise in throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Chargers, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses.